On this Thursday evening, we welcome you inside Carver Gym here on the campus of Western Washington University for this GNAC battle tonight in men's basketball. I'm Sean Wally, joined tonight by Ben Bagley as we get set for the Western Washington Vikings and the St. Martin Saints.
Western Washington Vikings 15-9, 10-6 in GNAC play, tied for second. St. Martin Saints 5-20. 3-13 in GNAC play. Last time these two teams met up, it was a 7-point ball game. It'll be a good one tonight here in Bellingham.
You know, the Vikings, somehow they're still ninth in the West region and tied for second with three other teams in the conference.
Yeah, the Vikings are 15-9 overall, 10-6 in GNAC play, as we mentioned. They're a three-way tie for second place, and the teams that are second through sixth are all within just 2 games. Only the top 6 teams make the GNAC tournament, so it'll be a battle. In a big game tonight, late in the season, Western is in a really good spot. They're finally healthy. They're 6-1 at home. They're playing a St. Martin's team who has lost 15 of their last 16, and as we mentioned, Western already beat them once.
Senior Sion Rojas, after an injury-plagued 2018-2019, he's had a much better, much healthier season, but also a fun night for him as it's his birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday, Sion. I wanted to highlight him in this game because he's one of those under-the-radar players that is actually wildly important to the success of this team. He's missed some time this year with injury after missing nearly all of last year with a foot injury, but when he's healthy, boy, is he dynamic. A 6'6" guard who adds to Western's height and length. He's a great defender. He scored double-digit points in his last 4 games. He averages over 5 rebounds a game. He leads the team with over 4 assists per game. He's not the most flashy player, but he is crucial to the success of this roster. Western 10-2 when he is in the starting lineup.
We should see some great post play tonight and probably a lot of blocks. 2 big men, one from each team that will do battle here tonight.
Yeah, it will be an absolute battle in the paint tonight between Logan Schilder and Marky Adams. Neither team shoots the 3 at an incredibly high rate, so this game could turn into a classic big man basketball game. These guys are first and second in blocks per game and in field goal percentage in the GNAC, and they are both top 6 in rebounds. St. Martin's got the better of the Vikings in the paint last time they played, outscoring them 42-28 in the painted area. So it'll be interesting to see how the game plan works out for both the teams in this one.
For the Saints, what a difference a year makes. They had a great season last year. They went deep into the West Region playoffs, but just 3-13 in conference. They lost 8 seniors from last season, and they're rebuilding. First-year head coach Aaron Landon has his hands full.
Yeah, in 2018, this team went 25-8, the GNAC runner-up. Last year, they had a program record 26 wins. This year, just 5-20 overall. They lost 8 seniors last year, but this year, very much a rebuilding year. Whole lot of talented freshmen, and first-year coach Aaron Landon has experience as a rebuilder. He had 6 seasons at South Puget Sound Community College. In his first season there, they went 2-22, and he turned that around to become a 3-time NWAC West Region champion. So this team, young, rebuilding, and set for the future to be a GNAC force once again.
Big GNAC battle coming up next between the Saints and the Vikings right here on Vikings TV.
Fans, at this time, we'd like to ask you to rise and remove your hat. Tonight, performing our national anthem, Seaholm's Voice of the Year. Please welcome Lainey Mueller.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Now let's meet the starting lineup for tonight's contest as your Vikings play host to the St. Martin's Saints. For the Saints at guard, a 6'3" junior, number 3, Damonte Malloy. At guard, a 6'1" junior, number 4, CJ Jennings. At guard, a 6'6" junior, number 11, Logan Rooney. At guard, a 6'2" sophomore, number 22, John Moore. And at center, a 6'9" junior, number 32, Marky Adams. The Saints, they're coached by Aaron Landon. He is assisted by Tyler Velasquez, Thomas Rosewell, and Luke Chavez. Viking fan, are you ready? Six-man, put your hands together. It's time now to meet the starting lineup for your Vikings. At guard, a 5'10" freshman, number 5, the Rocket D'Angelo Menace. At guard, a 6'6" senior, number 10, Sion Rojas. In the middle, 7-foot senior center, number 15, Logan Shielder. At forward, a 6'7" sophomore, number 22, Jalen Creed. And at forward, a 6'8" senior, number 24, TJ Trevor Jasinski. Your Vikings, they're coached by Tony Dominguez. He is assisted by David Dunham, Bob Hofstetter, and Otavio Jude. Six-man, it's game time!
Welcome inside Carver Gym for this GNAC battle between the St. Martin Saints and the Western Washington Vikings. Sean Wally alongside Ben Bagley and our entire Vikings TV crew. Should be a fun matchup tonight.
Should be fun, and is very important for the Vikings as well. They are in a three-way tie right now in the GNAC for second place. Only the top 6 teams advance to the GNAC tournament, And teams number 2 through 6 right now, all separated by just 2 games. So for Western, each of their last 4 games, incredibly important, desperately needing a victory here tonight against St. Martin's.
St. Martin's has undergone a lot of changes in the last year. They lost a bunch of seniors, guys transferred away. With the coaching change, that tends to happen quite a bit.
A lot of freshmen, brand new head coach. That is Aaron Landon, first-year head coach from South Puget Community College. Knows a thing or two about rebuilding and is looking to rebuild this young St. Martin's team.
Good touch pass from Schilder to TJ. He's fouled, and Jasinski will go to the line, looking to score the first points of this contest.
Good time here to talk about Trevor Jasinski. We see the foul that sends him to the line. Earlier this season, he was named to the GNAC All-Academic Team. He was just named to the Sports Information Directors of America Division II Academic All-District 8 men's basketball team. Try saying that 5 times fast.
Go for it.
No, I will not, but it's a good challenge. Trevor Jasinski has a 3.49 cumulative GPA. He's a marketing major. He is now a 3-time All-GNAC academic. Congratulations, Trevor Jasinski. Excellent on and off the court.
Get the laser pass from Rojas down low to Green. He lays it up and in. 3-0 Vikings. 19-10 left first half.
Interesting note, the Saints here in this game only dressing 7 players. Severely underhanded. It'll be to the Vikings' advantage to play fast, wear out the Saints, and make them pay for their lack of depth in this one.
Adams tried the dunk. It wouldn't go. Ball loose. Saints still don't have a score on the board.
Adams tried to take someone's career right there at that dunk attempt.
Green, the floater. Off iron. Back comes St. Martin's. That's John Moore. Moore. Crashing to WECU court, Alex Schumacher. First bucket for the Saints, 3-2 Vikings. Jasinski for 3. Good sign of things hopefully to come tonight for Trevor, 6-2 Vikings.
That's really big for the Vikings. Last game against Concordia, they shot 56% from 3. That snapped a 5-game streak of shooting under 26% from 3, making that 3-ball working in this one. It is a massive benefit to their offense.
Nobody stops penetration. CJ Jennings off window with the left hand, 6-4 Vikings.
Poor defense there. Jennings just running right past all the defenders. Nobody really stepping up to stop him, and he just got right to the rim.
Schilder, baseline, quickly double teamed. Outside Rojas. Rojas in the lane, stumbles, and traveling is called.
Looks like the Saints are running a zone defense, and what they're doing whenever Schilder gets the ball down low, they're just immediately going and doubling him. It'll be interesting to see how quickly Western identifies that trend and what they come up with to break that double team.
17:30 remaining first half, 6-4 Vikings. Saints out of Lacey, Washington. Moore directing traffic, looking for Schumacher. Rooney top of the key. Schumacher now. 5 to shoot for St. Martin's. Rooney nowhere to go. Be a turnover to Western Washington.
And after a poor defensive possession last time, this time they come around with a great one, smothering all the ball handlers. No shot could get off. Turnover, Vikings ball.
D'Angelo Menace, cross half court. Sion Rojas, top of the key. Green all alone, one dribble. He's bumped, no whistle. Shot not even close. Gets his rebound back, finds TJ slashing to the basket. It's 8-4 Vikings.
TJ now with 4 points. You've seen him get aggressive straight to the rim on both of his shots. 6 points now for Jasinski. Nice to see him get aggressive and get in there. Driving the lane with intensity.
Jennings in the lane. Nice spin move. The scoop shot off glass. Foul is called on Western Washington.
Nice athleticism and flexibility there by Jennings, planting his pivot foot and staying on it. It's like he was almost in the splits. He was stretched out so far with that pivot foot. pivoted around, got fouled, now a trip to the line.
First free throw falls off the rim. It's 8-4 Vikings, 16:31 left first half.
Jennings shooting just about 76.5% from the free throw line this season.
(8-5) after the free throw is good. Sion Rojas across half court for the Vikings, the birthday boy. Jasinski looking down low for Green. Pass a little high, now it's being volleyed around. And Marky Adams and the Saints have it. To Schumacher now. Schumacher into the lane. Almost throws it away. St. Martin's corrals it, Moore directing traffic. Hands off to Jennings out of Colorado Springs, Colorado. 7 to shoot. Jennings does. High arc off the window, won't go. Sion Rojas for the Vikings. D'Angelo Menace with it. TJ quickly to Green. Rojas, top. Menace, the three is short. Rebound to St. Martin's. Alex Schumacher into the lane, goes up strong. He's fouled, count the basket. 15:32 left first half. Alex Schumacher to the line, potential three-point play.
Schumacher driving with purpose, getting right in there, getting bumped by Jalen Green. And that is going to take us to our first media timeout here in Bellingham. Western leads so far 8-7, 15 minutes and 32 seconds remaining. We'll be right back here on Vikings TV.
Trevor Jasinski knocking down his first three of the night. He has 6 of the Vikings' 8, pacing Western Washington as they lead 8-7, but the Saints can tie it at the free throw line after this timeout. Sean Wally alongside Ben Bagley and our entire Vikings TV crew. 15:32 remaining first half.
Quick update here on the women's basketball team. They're up in Alaska right now playing the Alaska Fairbanks Nanooks. At halftime, the Vikings lead 47-31. The women's basketball team also in the hunt for the GNAC playoffs, having another tremendous season. Be sure to catch them as they return to WECU court to finish out the year and head into the postseason.
Doubleheader Tuesday.
It'll be fun. Women play at 5:15, men play at 7.
30.
7:30, that's what I meant.
We're knotted at 8 after Schumacher hits the free throw. Can the Vikings answer? Menace to Green, right back to D'Angelo, the up fake. Cross court, TJ. Zone defense applied by the Saints. Menace in the lane. Throws it away, and the Saints have a steal. Ahead to Schumacher, and he can fly to the rack. Shot goes under the basket. Saints recover. Schumacher has it, goes baseline. Offensive foul called. You could see him shove Trevor Jasinski.
Yeah, he's just trying to get aggressive there, trying to pave his path. We'll see it right here. Trying to go baseline, get through Jasinski, extends with that arm. Offensive foul, that'll be called every single time. Nice job by the referees. For the Vikings here on offense, a little bit stagnant on that last possession. Saints running a zone defense. Vikings have to move much more in order to break this. They're playing very stagnant. A lot of shooters standing on three-point line. They have to move much more and get much more crisp passes. Movement is what breaks defense, not simply standing out on the perimeter.
Newly into the game for Western Washington. Cam Rutherford and Leif Anderson, and Jasinski hits the high arcing jumper, putting the Vikings back in front. As you get another look at it.
Jasinski on the baseline, fading away. High arcing shot, nothing but net. Shooter's touch for number 24.
10-8 Vikings, and Trevor Jasinski has 8 of Western Washington's 10. Moore into the lane for the Saints. The jumper from 14 is down. We're knotted at 10.
Pretty good game so far, back and forth, both teams doing what they want to be doing offensively. Neither team really doing anything exceptionally special offensively. Both teams playing pretty solid defensively. St. Martin's running that zone, Vikings running their man-to-man tight defense.
Rojas missed the 3. Back comes Jennings to the rack. Cam Rutherford swats the ball, but they cannot corral it, so it'll be Saints basketball.
Let's take a look here. Cam Rutherford getting up, sending that out of there. Couldn't quite hang on to it. Vikings, first in the GNAC, number 2 in all of Division II with block shots per game with over 5.
3 by C.J. Jennings off the front iron. Rojas the rebound for Western Washington. Trevor for 3. Off front rim, but there's Cam Rutherford cleaning up the glass. 12-10 Vikings.
Schilder and Rutherford, such a good 1-2 punch in that center position. Rutherford coming off the bench with so much athleticism. See there getting that putback and the bucket.
Saints turn it over. They can't handle it down low. It'll be Viking basketball. 13:29 remaining first half. 12-10 Vikings.
Vikings from the floor right now shooting 5 of 10. St. Martin's shooting 4 of 11. Rebounding battle pretty much knotted up. 7 for the Vikings, 6 for St. Martin's.
Minnis for 3, too strong. Rebound to Moore. John Moore has it back now, guarded by Jasinski. Rooney, good ball movement. Minnis almost gets the steal. Lenker with it. Now Rooney has it for the Saints. 7 minutes gone by first half. Jennings, the 3 from straight away, nothing but net. 13-12, Saints in the lead.
Jennings has made multiple three-pointers in 7 of his last 8 games, averaging 15.5 points, 36% from the 3. He knocks down that last one.
Rojas tries to answer, cannot. Moore across half court for St. Martin's. C.J. Jennings just hit the three-pointer. Jasinski the rebound on the miss by Rooney. Saints up by 1. Rojas to TJ, the touch pass to Minnis in the corner. His 3 is down. 15-13, Vikings back in front.
Timeout is going to be taken here. Vikings, 2 of 7 from deep. That last one putting them on top. 15-13 lead, 12:01 remaining. First half. We'll be right back on Vikings TV.
Quality food brings people together, so we continue to provide the best and freshest food available. Every day, we reach out, finding the best producers right here in our backyard. At Hagen, we partner with passionate local producers, farmers, and fishers to find you the best sustainable, fresh, and organic food. Hagen, Northwest Fresh since 1933.
I would summarize my experience at Western as I was a guarded, nerdy kid who loved to perform, who allowed herself to put in the time and the effort to carve herself into something.
Jump in the trunk, jump in the trunk,
And whatever that was has led me to where I am right now, to be a fully realized woman. And I'm really thankful for the time and the effort that I put in for myself, because if I didn't do it, no one else was going to.
Back here in Bellingham as you look at Cam Rutherford cleaning the glass. Laying it back up and in off the Jasinski miss. Vikings by 2. 12:01 left. First half here in Bellingham, Washington. Sean Wally alongside Ben Bagley. Saints made the long drive up I-5 from Lacey, Washington. In the shadow of Washington State Capitol. Nice job by Alex Schumacher under the basket, tying the game at 15.
There's a really nice pump fake there while he was driving. Not a formal pump fake, but he like threw his head up and got Cam Rutherford up in the air. And that basically just cleared out the big defender. He went right to the rim, reverse little up and under for the nice bucket.
RJ Seacrest into the game for the first time for the Vikings. Anderson with it. Goes to Seacrest, but it's tapped out of bounds by CJ Jennings of St. Martin's.
Vikings have made 6 field goals in this game, and 5 of them have been assisted. So great passing, great teamwork by this Vikings team so far. Always making that extra pass to get the bucket.
Seacrest with the rainbow. It's 17-15, Vikings up 2.
Shooting the ball well are the Vikings, 50% from the floor, 7 of 14.
DeMonte Malloy, the left-hand dribble for the Saints. Schumacher has it. Rooney, cross court, Schumacher. Driving the baseline, ball is loose, but somehow he gets it right back. And a foul is called on Cam Rutherford of Western Washington. Third team foul. Will be the first on Cam.
Let's look at it here. Ball was lost. Cam tried to grab it. Marky Adams ended up trying to get that rebound. Rutherford had the inside positioning on Marky Adams. Not sure what the referee saw. Looked like a good 50-50. However, foul called as Schumacher knocks down the free throw.
Alex Schumacher out of Vancouver, Washington with the Skyview High School. Misses the second free throw. It's a 1-point Viking lead. Back comes Minnis. 10:45 remaining in this first half. Fires a rifle pass in the corner for Anderson. Anderson wanted no part of that, to the dismay of head coach Tony Dominguez.
Coach Dominguez not too pleased with what he is seeing on offense so far, asking his team, what are we doing, what are we doing? Looks like so far they're not really sticking to any formal game plan, kind of just almost playing hero ball a little bit. I'm sure Coach Dominguez will want to tighten that up and stick to the game plan to grow this 1-point lead.
Look at Schumacher, the nice spin in the lane, but he cannot finish. Rebound again to Rutherford. Anderson open for 3. The good rotation from the lefty. It's 20-16 Vikings.
Leif Anderson scored 26 points last week, and last week he was 7 of 7 from 3. So he is now 8 of his last 8 from 3-point range. Great addition to this Viking team off the bench.
Malloy in the lane. Cross court to Rooney. Rooney attacking the rack, driving on Anderson. It won't go. Rutherford another rebound. He's filling up the stat sheet. Jalen Green in the corner. Stops from about 7. Shot not even close.
Coach Dominguez yelling out to his team, make the extra pass, wanting his team to share the rock.
Alex Schumacher for the Saints hits the 3 from the top. Saints trail by 1. 9:37 remaining. As you take a look at the nice stroke from Alex Schumacher. 2019 Vikings by 1.
This simple banana peel represents a bold idea, a way to create energy from household trash. It not only saves about 80% in carbon emissions, it helps reduce landfill waste. That's why BP is partnering with a California company, Fulcrum Bioenergy, to turn garbage into jet fuel. Because we can't let any good ideas go to waste. At BP, we see possibilities everywhere to help the world keep advancing.
Back after the timeout, Viking basketball, they lead by 1, 20-19, 9:30 and counting first half in Bellingham, Washington. Leif Anderson with it for the Vikings. TJ now in front of the Saints bench. Seacrest, top of the key. TJ thought about rising for 3, but instead the floater from 5 is good. 22-19 Vikings by 3.
Nice drive and using his size to his advantage. The floater from the baseline getting way up, giving nobody even a chance to try and disrupt that shot. And knocking it down. A nice steal. Here come the Vikings.
Get the effort by Jasinski to steal the pass, dive on WECU court, but turning it over right back to the Saints.
Jasinski had the nice effort. He dove to grab the ball. However, he dove all the way to the offensive side of the court. He tried to get that pass back to RJ Seacrest and actually passed it back over the court. Over and back was called. Ball right back to the Saints.
Saints with the ball, down 3. Logan Rooney, top of the key. He gets it right back. Rooney going baseline. Cross court to Schumacher. 7 to shoot, and Jennings does. Off the back of the iron. Anderson the rebound. Jalen Green down low to Cam. He doesn't handle the pass. CJ Jennings attacks the rack off window. It's short. Jasinski the rebound for Western Washington. .805 and counting first half inside Carver Gym. Good ball movement to TJ for 3. Rims out, but there's Seacrest. His tip back won't go.
Seacrest not getting the bucket there, but great job getting in the right position. Nobody boxed him out, and he got right to the rim. He normally makes those. I'm sure the coaches will forgive him for that miss as he put in a great effort to get in the right position.
Schumacher, the dribble behind the back. 7 to shoot. Malloy with it. Malloy attacks the rack. Shot is short. Battle for the basketball. Anderson has it ahead to Jasinski. RJ Seacrest, the jumper. It's 24-19 Vikings by 5.
You love to see that mid-range game. Good job by Jasinski finding the open Seacrest. Seacrest pulling the trigger, knocking it down from about the elbow.
Malloy with it, going baseline under the basket. Who? Finds Logan Rooney in the corner for 3. It's 24-22, Vikings by 2.
Rooney shooting just about 26% from 3. Saw that opening in the corner, let it fly, and made this one a 2-point game.
RJ Seacrest finds Anderson in front of the Saints bench.
Saints no longer running a zone defense, switching up to a man-to-man scheme.
Rutherford misses the 3 from straight away. Schumacher has it for the Saints. A lot of substitutions waiting to check in for both teams. Malloy working on Green. The high floater won't go. Rebound to Lanker. Outside, Rooney with it for the Saints. Rooney, his floater is good. We're tied at 24.
And that second basket shouldn't have even happened. Vikings with the defensive lapse let the offensive rebound happen. There were 3 white jerseys, just 1 red one. However, nobody boxed out. St. Martin's with an offensive rebound, second chance points, tied this game up.
Seacrest misses the 3. Green cannot get the rebounds. Jennings to the rack. TJ got a piece of it. Back come the Vikings. Seacrest bump, no foul called. Seacrest goes baseline. Shot is short. Here come the Saints. Still tied at 24. Malloy with it for St. Martin's. Finds Schumacher. To Lanker. Lanker in the lane. His floater's good. Saints back in front by 2.
Saints dominating the paint right now. Last time these two teams met up, Saints outscored the Vikings 42-28 in the paint. And in this one, outscoring the Vikings 14-8 in the paint.
Rutherford wants the 3. That's 2 in a row he's missed. TJ the rebounds. Looking for help when he throws it away right to Lanker. Saints with the ball up 2.
You can see here, although this St. Martin's team is just 5-20 on the year, they are bursting with young potential, a whole lot of freshmen hungry to prove themselves in the GNAC.
Jennings misses the 3. Vikings basketball. Head coach Tony Dominguez takes a timeout, wants to talk things over with his squad as they trail 26-24, 4:26 left, first half here in Bellingham.
We have so much to celebrate in Division II, but we're especially proud of our commitment to Make-A-Wish.
Division II student athletes have led a 10-year initiative to raise funds and help grant wishes of children with life-threatening medical conditions.
Nearly $3 million have been raised, and hundreds of children's wishes have been granted.
We play hard, we work hard, and we support others in need. Why? It's simple.
Because we care.
The Teaching and Learning Academy is an organization that's housed in the library, and it's where people come to have conversations.
They deal with serious issues that have emotional impact in ways that are typically not found in a class.
We've talked about diversity and inclusivity on our campus and in our community.
It not only enriches my education, but also impacts the ways that I can continue my leadership roles.
Back here in Bellingham, Washington, as you see RJ Seacrest hitting the jumper. Saints lead 26-24 over the Vikings. Victory Viking, not worried yet by any means. A lot of basketball left. Having a good time with the kids inside Carver Gym.
Here's the bottom line in this game. The Vikings this season are 14-1 when they have a higher shooting percentage than their opponent. Additionally, over the last 5 games, they have shot 55% when not shooting threes and only 31% when shooting threes. What that means, key to success for this team is shooting well in the paint. So far in this one, not shooting too well in the paint, not playing too well in the paint, taking a lot of threes, already attempted 12 threes, only made 3 of them, only 8 points in the paint. St. Martin's 14 points in the paint. We will see moving forward if players like Logan Schilder and Cam Rutherford attack the basket from in close, as so often that seems to be the key to success for the Vikings.
Wholesale substitutions for Western Washington. Freshly into the game, Menace, Schilder, Green, Rojas, and nice to see Luke Lovelady back in action after battling injuries.
I actually had a chance to speak with Luke Lovelady this morning. We live in the same apartment complex, and I saw him and I said, "Are you ready to play tonight?" And he said, "Yep, I'm healthy, knock on wood."
Rojas going for the alley-oop to Green. Throw was too high. 3 minutes, 38 seconds left, first half. St. Martin's 26, Western Washington 24 on Vikings TV.
Welcome to our busy world, where we all want more energy, but with less carbon footprint. That's why at BP, we're working to make energy that's cleaner and better. We're producing cleaner burning natural gas and solar and wind power. And wherever your day takes you, we have advanced fuels for a better commute. And we're developing ultra-fast charging technology for EVs. At BP, we see possibilities everywhere, so we can all keep advancing.
We've been graced with this exceptional puzzle that is the planet.
This summer, the Kilauea volcano started erupting.
What we were interested in was expanding our knowledge of the volcano into this domain that's hard to see.
It was the closest I think I'll ever be to seeing such a raw physical process happen in front of my eyes.
This is what we do at Western. We give undergraduates these hands-on research experiences.
This trip has opened my eyes to how incredible research can be. It changed my life.
Trevor Jasinski has been the hot hand for Western Washington. His little floater on the baseline. Jasinski getting a rest right now. 3:35 and counting left. First half here in Bellingham, Washington. Sean Wally alongside Ben Bagley. St. Martin's on the road looking for the upset. They're up 2, 26-24. Moore in the lane, wants to add to it. Tried to find Adams, instead stolen away. Rojas into the lane. His shot won't go. Ball is out of bounds to Western Washington.
Rojas trying to go coast to coast like a bowling ball when he gets in there, headed right to the rim. Couldn't connect on that one. Ball stays with the Vikings.
Rojas going baseline. Outside to Menace. Logan Schilder for 3 out of the corner. And it's good. The 7-footer makes it 27-26 Vikings.
You might question why you have your 7-footer set up in the corner 3 area. It doesn't really seem like a good place for him to be. But when he's knocking down threes like that, it's a perfect place for him to be. Logan knocking it down. Great three-point shooter. Gives the Vikings the lead.
Minus the steal. Vikings back on the attack. They're up 1. D'Angelo to Rojas. Cross court to Green. Green for 3. Rims out. Adams the rebound for the Saints. Officials take a timeout. There's an issue on the floor. They want something cleaned up. You see Schilder behind the three-point line in the corner.
Schilder, you might not believe it from your 7-footer, but he's actually the best three-point shooter on this roster percentage-wise. He shoots 45.2% from 3. That number going up with that last bucket. For the Vikings so far, Jasinski leads with 10 points. RJ Seacrest has 4. Schilder, Minnis, and Anderson each have 3.
Back come the Saints. They can take the lead yet again. Back and forth we go. Adams, cross court. Moore wants a triple. It's not going to go. Rojas the rebound. 2 minutes remaining here, first half in Bellingham. Rojas down low to Lovelady, outside to Minnis. Minnis, the up fake on the 3. Lovelady in the corner. Cross court, Jasinski's back in the game. 10 points on the night. Outside, D'Angelo has it. 6 to shoot for Western Washington. The skip pass to Schilder down low, going strong to the basket. Adams rejects it.
Markey Adams, second in the GNAC in blocks a game with nearly 2. Big 7-foot Logan Schilder tried to get the hook shot. Markey Adams, great extension, getting right up there and denying him. Vikings with a 1-point lead with 1:30 to go. This is an incredibly important minute and a half. Vikings are 11-1 this season when leading at halftime. Just a 1-point lead here. Let's see if the Vikings can hold out and take this lead into halftime, where statistically that helps them quite a bit.
C.J. Jennings, the deep 3. Saints back up 29-27. 1:10 remaining first half. Stick with us immediately at halftime. Graduate assistant Tyler Payne will join me, as he normally does, to talk about the first half of play. Minnis, the triple, and he answers. Vikings back in front by 1.
Minnis and Jennings and Minnis, there we go, trading 3-point buckets. It's a 1-point game, about 45 seconds to go.
Jennings feeling it again. This one's off the right side of the rim. Minnis the rebounds. About a 10-second difference in the game and shot clock. So the Saints will get the ball back, barring an offensive rebound by the Vikings, of course.
I wouldn't be surprised to see some sort of 3-point play here drawn up by the Vikings. You can see Logan Schilder up top. Watch for the pick and pop action.
Jasinski the 3. Trevor has 13 on the evening. Final 10 seconds here in Bellingham.
Wasn't quite Logan Schilder, but still a 3 for the Vikings. Trevor Jasinski knocking down, 4-point lead. 3-2-1. The Vikings will take that lead into halftime.
C.J. Jennings misses the final shot. Battle for the basketball, and that is how half number 1 ends. A fun, exciting first 20 minutes of basketball. Vikings lead 33-29. We have reached halftime, and graduate assistant Tyler Payne getting set to join me here courtside to talk about the first half. Tyler, a 4-point lead for the Vikings. What's the message here at halftime to Coach Dominguez and your squad?
I would say play our game. I feel like we're playing into their hands a little bit. They're a smaller group that wants to play a little bit faster, so I feel like we get into the half court and beat them up in the paint, I think we'll be all right.
When the threes aren't falling, do you tell the guys, just keep shooting?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you have to. You got to live by it and you got to die by it, I mean, in a sense. We want to get good open looks, but also we want to stay aggressive and stay confident, so that's definitely the thing.
Trevor Jasinski having a night. He's back to his old self, 13 points. How do you keep him going in the second half?
I just like I said, him playing his game and believing in it, staying confident, playing free. I mean, we live by Trevor. We're obviously going to die by him. We all love him. We knew he'll get out of his slump. We're happy to see him perform.
You were a senior last year, so you know what this feels like for these guys coming down the stretch where their final games here at WECU Court and Carver Gym are coming up. What do you talk to them about and how to handle that?
One of my biggest things is just cherish it. Every game, every opportunity, every road trip we take. I mean, it's all winding down. It happens fast. So cherish every moment, every possession, and hopefully we come out victorious as champions at the end.
He's Tyler Payne, graduate assistant with the Western Washington Vikings. Go enjoy the locker room. We'll see you in the second half.
Thank you.
Halftime here in Bellingham, 33-29, Vikings by 4. Second half after this on Vikings TV. Back here on the campus of Western Washington University, Sean Wally alongside Ben Bagley as we get set for second half action. But first, a look at the numbers.
Taking a look at the stats here, Vikings, the better field goal percentage. Vikings are 13 of 31 from the floor. St. Martin's shooting at a higher clip from 3. They are 4 of 10. Vikings have made more threes. They are 6 of 17. Vikings winning that rebounding battle. Vikings number 3 in the GNAC in rebound differential. 4 blocks to 1. Vikings number 2 in all of Division II in blocks. And at the bottom there, those assists. Whole lot of passes being made by the Vikings, getting that extra shot, getting good shots, and making a high percentage of them. Vikings 33-29 lead headed here into the second half. As we mentioned briefly in the first half, Vikings on the year are 11-1 when leading at halftime, and they are 14-1 when shooting a higher field goal percentage. Look at this one. They are leading at halftime. They are shooting a higher field goal percentage. They just need to keep doing what is working to finish out this game and keep their hopes alive for good seeding in the GNAC tournament.
That tournament last year was hosted right here inside Carver Gym. This coming March, just a couple weeks away, we'll be down at Seattle Pacific.
Seattle Pacific, 15-1 in GNAC play. They are locked into the tournament. They've clinched a spot. They have all but clinched that number 1 seed as well. Quick look at the stats here for the Vikings in the first half. Trevor Jasinski, 13 points and 5 rebounds. RJ Seacrest, 4 points, 2 rebounds. D'Angelo Minnis, 6 points. He made 2 3-pointers. And Logan Schilder and Leif Anderson each have 3 points. For the Saints, Shoemaker, 11 points. Rooney, 5. Jennings, 9 with 2 3-pointers made and 5 rebounds. And Lenker and Moore each have 2 points as well. One big stat of note from that first half are the points in the paint. 14 points in the paint by St. Martin's, just 8 by the Vikings. Vikings with the size advantage, and they love to attack that paint. Let's see if they change it up, and we see more of Logan Schilder here in half number 2.
Sion Rojas begins with a 3-pointer. His first points of the evening. It's 36-29. Happy birthday, Mr. Rojas. Extends the Viking lead to 7. Saints looking to answer. That's Adams, the jumper, short. Rebound to Green. Here come the Vikings. Jasinski leads all scorers with 13. Jalen Green, down low to Schilder, finds Minnis. His 3, down and in. 2 straight threes for the Vikings, and just like that, it's a 10-point game.
3-point shooting is what plagued the Vikings for so long. They went on a 4-game losing streak, and the big reason of that was because they were shooting the 3-point ball terribly. They shot over 50% last Saturday against Concordia. They're shooting well here in this one, and it has them with a 10-point lead.
Calling that foul on Logan Schilder, and he doesn't believe it, and neither does the Viking bench. Looked like he got a nice block on that. He did. Little bit of body contact, but nonetheless, C.J. Jennings of the Saints going to the line, looking for his 10th point, and he gets it. First Saint in double figures. C.J. Jennings, the junior out of Colorado Springs, Colorado.
C.J. Jennings, he also has 9 straight games with double digits, 4 straight games with 20 or more points. Great shooter for the Saints.
Minnis, top of the key to Jalen Green. Green right back to Minnis. Sion Rojas, he's already hit a 3-pointer early in this half. 6 to shoot for the Vikings. Green does, but it's swatted away by Adams. Back comes Malloy. All alone is Jennings, but he cannot connect from deep. Rebound to Minnis. Minnis to Rojas. Rojas attacking the baseline. And a kick ball is called as it went off of John Moore. Interesting to note on the Saints roster, Ben, 1, 2, 3 former players at South Puget Sound Community College in Olympia, where head coach Aaron Landon came from.
That's one of the advantages that those community college coaches have for them. Community college and junior colleges are only 2 years. So oftentimes when a coach leaves, if they have someone who has already done their 2 years at that college, they just go right along with the coach. If they know he's a good coach, as Landon is, he will do great things for the Saints team in the near future.
Strong up and under by Marky Adams. It's 41-33.
Marky Adams, just his first made basket of the game. He's now 1 for 6. He's first in the GNAC in field goal percentage, so Logan Schilder has been doing a great job defending him so far tonight.
Minnis resetting the offense for the Vikings. 10 to shoot. Minnis, the behind-the-back pass to Green. Green back to Minnis. 3 to shoot for the Vikings. Minnis in the lane. The floater short, but there's Schilder. Wow, and they're going to wave that off. They need to look at that.
Logan Schilder's asking for the replay to look at it. Looks like the referees will not. Looks like he might have gotten that off cleanly, as a matter of fact. Bang, bang play. Referees saw it as a shot clock violation, and that is the way it will go down.
Surprised Tony Dominguez isn't asking for the video replay. Nonetheless, back come the Saints. DeMonte Malloy, the floater. 41-35. Saints hanging around.
More points in the paint by the Saints. They're doing such a good job of finding their shot down low. The Vikings need to clutch up their defense down low, maybe play more towards the basket, stretch out less to prevent points in the paint.
Jalen Green made that look very effortless. 44-35 Vikings.
Jalen Green is this team's leading scorer in GNAC play. Nice triple there.
Schilder disrupting that shot. Minnis to Rojas. Rojas. Cross court. Green again for 3. Good rotation, but it's too strong. Ball out of bounds. Last touch by the Vikings. It'll be Saints basketball. Sion Rojas to the bench for Western Washington. Leif Anderson back in the game.
That was the first miss of 3, but here's the made 3 by Jalen Green. Look at him just casually walking that one off. So easy for the lanky sophomore.
16-10 remaining in this one. Saints with the basketball. They trail by 9. Jennings. 3 won't go. Logan gets the rebound. Minnis to Schilder. Jasinski's been quiet this half. Green in the lane. Finds Schilder underneath the hoop for the dunk. 46-35. Vikings by 11.
Nice job by Jalen Green there to find Logan Schilder. The defense forgot about him, left him right alone. If you do that when he's right under the basket, you know he's going to slam that in every single time.
Adams hands off to Jennings. Looking to the give and go for Adams, but ball now loose on the floor. Bodies all over WECU court. And we have a timeout called and granted, given to the Saints. 15:22 remains in Bellingham. Vikings 46, Saints 35. As you take a look at Jalen Green, the bounce pass to Schilder for the jam.
My name is Morgan Paris-Lanza. I'm the executive director and one of the founding organizers of Bellingham Girls Rock Camp. Not only is it an opportunity for kids to learn music, write a song, express themselves, but they also gain these leadership skills that they might not get in other places. It's a program, it's a culture as well as an entire movement, and we really want everybody to feel like they're a part of it, because they are. We all rock.
Back here in Bellingham, Washington, Sean Wally alongside Ben Bagley. We've got 15:22 remaining. 46-35, Vikings by 11 over the St. Martin Saints out of Lacey, Washington. After the timeout, Saints basketball. They inbound to Adams. Schumacher. Malloy, a very long three, just short. Jasinski, the ball fell to his feet.
Malloy looked like his form was all off there. I think he was farther back than he thought he was, and that three had no chance.
Menace wide open for three. Down it goes, 49-35. Vikings starting to run away.
Vikings in the first 5 minutes of this second half are on fire. 6 of 8 from the floor, 4 of 5 from 3. They're outscoring the Saints by 8.
Look at Alex Schumacher, the spin in the lane, 49-37. Back come the Vikings. Ball out of bounds. Tapped out by C.J. Jennings. It'll be Viking basketball.
Let's take a look here at that last three by D'Angelo Minnis. Up and in. Vikings, as we mentioned, 4 of 5 from 3 to start this second half. They have an 8-point lead with 14:41 remaining. We'll be right back here on Vikings TV.
The American dream to me as an immigrant means having the opportunities that my parents didn't have. Being the first one in my family to graduate, it meant everything my parents sacrificed for me to get to this point. It was paying off.
Estoy muy orgulloso de Michael por haberse graduado de colegio.
My path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not had a scholarship. It would just relieved a lot of the financial burden.
.41 left here in Bellingham, Washington. Sean Wally alongside Ben Bagley, our entire Vikings TV crew. Vikings enjoying a 12-point lead, 49-37. Victory Viking, all smiles.
D'Angelo Minnis having a very strong second half. He's up 12 points now, 4 of 7 of him from 3. Jasinski still leads the team with 13 points, followed by Minnis. Logan Schilder with 7. Vikings enjoying an 8-point lead, 14:41 remaining. Well, let's get back to the action.
5 on the floor for your Vikings. Minnis, Green, Schilder, Jasinski, and Anderson. 14:35 and counting. Minnis the hot hand, second half. Anderson with it now. To the Rocket. Looking for Trevor on the block. TJ. Baseline the spin, going up and under. Gets the roll. 15 points on the night for Trevor. It's 51-37 Vikings.
Trevor Jasinski wears number 24 in honor of Kobe Bryant, and he looked a little bit like his favorite player right there. Nice job getting snazzy with it and making the bucket.
Adams underneath, and Logan returns the favor with the rejection. Going all the way up top to Green under the hoop. He puts it up and down through the net. 53-37 Vikings.
Earlier in this game, we saw Marky Adams reject Logan Schilder as he tried to make a post move. On that last offensive possession, we saw Schilder return the favor, rejecting Marky Adams, and it led to some Vikings points in transition.
Schumacher, the floater over Schilder, gets it to fall. 53-39 Vikings. Minnis, 12 points on the evening. The skip pass to Jalen Green. Green working on Malloy. Backs him down. The little jump hook won't go. DeMonte Malloy grabs that rebound. Schumacher for 3. Off the side of the iron. Ball volleyed around. Adams has it. Offensive rebounds. Shot clock reset for the Saints. Jennings gets hammered down to WECU court. Foul will be on Logan Schilder.
Schilder looks like he's not too happy about it, and they've just teed him up. Technical foul to Logan Schilder. Here's his last block on Marky Adams. We'll take a look here at the transition bucket. Jalen Green patiently waiting and getting that bucket. In the meantime, Logan Schilder is now on the bench. Cam Rutherford is about to check into the game. Jennings will be taking a technical free throw. Logan Schilder, after he got called for that foul, I believe he had something to say to a referee or two. They didn't like what he had to say. They immediately called him for that technical foul. Throughout the course of the year, we've seen Logan get a couple of technical fouls. A handful, I think about 3 or 4. Tony Dominguez subbing him right out, not wanting any more dramatics on the court. Cam Rutherford is in, and this game is back in action.
CJ Jennings has 13 on the evening for St. Martin's, the 6'1 junior. Free throw is good. 53-42, Vikings up 9, 12:50 and counting. Left here in Bellingham, Washington on this Thursday evening. Just 2 games left after this for the Vikings. Saturday night and Tuesday night. If you cannot be inside Carver Gym, definitely tune in to Vikings TV. Jasinski rising for 3, short. Schumacher the rebound. Saints can pull to single digits. Malloy the miss. Green the rebound ahead to the Rocket. TJ on the block. Going strong, double teamed and fouled. Trevor will go to the line.
Trevor had arms all over him there as he was trying to make his move on the basket. Almost like the St. Martin's players were trying to give him a hug. He will be at the free throw line when we come back. 43-42, Vikings in the lead. 12 minutes exactly remaining in the second half. Let's watch Trevor Jasinski getting fouled here as we will be right back. Oh, no, Trevor Jasinski making the nice basket. We'll be right back here on Vikings TV.
Compass to Campus is a beautiful reciprocal relationship that's really centered on how to support young students to see themselves in a different kind of way and see the possibilities for their future.
Allie was one of our first mentors. A lot of people have believed in me along the way, Allie being one of them. She's always inspired me. Now I'm at Western, actually going to college.
It's changing lives for the young students that we work with, and it's changing lives for the mentors who work with them.
Back here in Bellingham, Washington. 12 minutes left in this GNAC battle between the visiting St. Martin Saints and the Western Washington Vikings. Sean Wally alongside Ben Bagley as you look at Trevor Jasinski getting set for free throws. He has 15 points on the night, looking to add to that, and he does.
An update from Fairbanks, Alaska. Western women on their Alaskan road trip won the first game 81-64 against the University of Alaska Fairbanks Nanooks. The great season for the Western women continues as a lane violation. We'll see Trevor Jasinski shoot another free throw.
Trevor out of Camas, Washington. Missed another free throw. 54-42 Vikings. Jennings looking for Adams. Ball loose, and it is Viking basketball.
Taking a quick look here at the turnover differential between the two teams. Vikings with 9 turnovers. St. Martin's with 7. Vikings have 3 steals. St. Martin's have 4. Has 4. Grammar. There we go. We can do it.
Well, you're still taking classes.
Yeah, I'm
There's
still learning. I'm still learning.
Unlike for me, it's all she wrote. Rutherford, he's been so close on a handful of threes. He has not made one tonight. Should have, like that one, popped in and out. Saints down 12 with the basketball. Schumacher for three. Rims off the back iron. Malloy can't get the basketball, but somehow it's off of the Vikings. Head coach Tony Dominguez of the Vikings is not sure on that at all. Asking the officials if they missed that one. Not sure how it wasn't off of Malloy, but nonetheless, Saints basketball. Cam Rutherford, look out below. Instead, intentional foul is going to be the call. Was looking for the Cam hammer.
Was, and let's look at it right here. Rutherford with the steal. You know he wanted to go up with the slam right there. However, he is fouled, and they will call that an intentional foul. What that means here is that Rutherford will get free throws, and then the Vikings will get the ball back. It'll look here like he's going to take technical free throws. However, it is not a technical foul, but an intentional foul.
You know, I sure hope cameraman Ron there didn't see his life flash before his eyes as Cam Rutherford comes barreling at him on the baseline. Thankfully, no harm, no foul to our Vikings TV crew.
All those TV crew members and the photographers always put themselves in harm's way. Surprisingly, actually, there's not more injuries to photographers. Let's look at the replay, and you can just go, oh, no. Everybody's safe. Good job with the Vikings TV crew. Let's get back to this one. Vikings up 13, and they get the ball now after that intentional foul.
Let's give Cam some credit for getting out of the way of,
yes,
of running into Ron. Cam still wants the three and finally hits it. 58-42 Vikings.
Vikings slowly beginning to run away from this one. They're outscoring the Saints by 12 here in the second half, knocking down 5 of 8 3-pointers. They're playing well, and that lead continues to grow. It's up to 16 now.
Rooney, baseline for the Saints. He is fouled. Bucket is good. The foul on Sion Rojas of Western Washington. Logan Rooney will go to the line for a potential three-point play.
Nobody really in foul trouble for the Vikings. Logan Schilder has one. Logan Schilder has 3. Nobody else has more than 1.
Jasinski, a high arcing three, not even close. Ball out of bounds, but off the Saints. Just dawned on me why I know Logan Rooney. Well, not only from last year's games, but if you remember, the Saints played in the West Regional Final down in Point Loma last year. I was the analyst for that game. Logan Rooney and I were on the same plane home.
Really?
And we were chit-chatting it up, and he recognized me earlier, and he said hi. I said hi, just being nice, but it totally just dawned on me. That's why, because Logan and I had a little bit of chit-chat time on a plane ride.
There you go.
Snakes on a plane.
One time in an airport, I saw former NBA player Corey Brewer just walking past me, so there's my contribution to airport and basketball players.
Rooney, an off-balance shot, awkward off the hand, doesn't go. Back come the Vikings. Rojas. Anderson. Cam Rutherford feeling it again from 3. 2 in a row for the big man, 61-44 Vikings.
It's almost comical. Whenever you see Logan Schilder or Cam Rutherford go out for a 3, you go, geez, why is our center shooting a 3? But they both shoot it at such high clips. Logan Schilder, as we mentioned, shooting 46%. Cameron Rutherford shooting 38%. The big men showing that they have range too.
Ball out of bounds. Saints turn it over. Vikings will take over. C.J. Jennings returns for the Saints. Marcus Lanker to the bench.
Look at this shot by Cam Rutherford. He may be nearly 6'10", but he's looking like a 6'2" guard out there, letting it fly. He's made his last 2. This Viking lead just continues and continues to get bigger and bigger.
Rojas called for traveling, not the offensive foul we thought he might have been hit with.
That almost looked like a James Harden step back. In the NBA, that normally would have been called a travel. However, let's say GNAC refs are much more by the book. That one called a foul. Turnover to the Saints.
Inside 9 minutes left here in Bellingham. Adams down low. And the foul called on Cam Rutherford. That'll be his second.
Let's take a look here at the foul. Rutherford looks like he was just really in the wrong place at the wrong time. Nothing egregious there. Contact forced Adams off his mark.
Wow. Trevor just got an elbow to the face. Gets knocked to WECU court. And the foul called on Logan Rooney. Hopefully Trevor is okay.
Trevor looking around. He's moving. He's up. He looks like he's all good.
Hopefully he doesn't see stars or Tweety Bird and has all his teeth.
Should check his teeth. That is a classic. Look like he got a tomahawk right to the chin neck area. You can see he still looks like he's in a little bit of pain, squinting his eyes, which understandable. He took a pretty hard knock. Let's look at it real quick. The ball goes up. You see Jasinski there in the middle getting an arm. Markey looked like the elbow going right to the face, and Markey is quite a big guy. Has to be painful for Jasinski, but Jasinski's still in the game, and Vikings on offense.
Rojas to Anderson. Rojas gets it back. A 3 from way downtown. No. Rooney the rebound. 8:20 and counting. Saints need points. Jennings. I should say Schumacher. Now Jennings with it. Jennings in those highlighter shoes to the rack with the left hand. 61-46. Vikings in the lead.
Vikings in this one right now shooting 42.9%. Such a welcome sight. Back-to-back games right now over 40% from 3 after abysmal shooting from 3 in a rough stretch of 6 games. Good shooting night. More than welcome for Coach Dominguez's squad.
Jasinski, look at the move on the block. Off window, 63-46. Vikings 7:37 left. Schumacher. The stutter step at the free throw line won't go, but there's Markey Adams for the dunk. 63-48. Vikings 7-12 away from a victory. Lovelady. They swing it to Anderson. Rojas now, the birthday boy. Back to Luke. Rojas. Anderson in the corner for 3. Off the iron. Basketball out of bounds. Last touch by St. Martin's. D'Angelo Menace returns for the Vikings. So you take a look at Schumacher to Adams for the two-hand flush. 6:55 remaining. 63-48. Vikings back after this on Vikings TV.
We can stop to make sure someone is okay. Get in the way and disrupt the situation.
Notify an authority.
Or walk them home safely.
We can change the language around rape.
We can make campuses safer for our teammates, our friends, and our classmates.
We cannot be bystanders.
Taking action isn't always easy, but it's on us
to intervene.
Because we can. Learn more and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Take a look at Trevor Jasinski, the nice spinning, keeping the pivot foot planted. Layup good. Trevor has 18 points on the night. He's punching his ticket to the post-game show.
He certainly is. He's had 13 games without 20 or more points. His last time doing that was January 1st against Central Washington, where he scored 20. This is his highest scoring output since then. So in nearly 2 months, Trevor Jasinski right back up there, the great scorer that we know he is, one of the best scorers all time in Western's history.
6:55 left, second half. Sean Wally alongside Ben Bagley and our entire Vikings TV crew. After the timeout, Trevor inbounds to Minnis. Minnis has 12 on the night. Swings it to Jasinski. Goes baseline, picks up his dribble. Cross court, Anderson open for three. It's good. 66-48 Vikings.
Leif went 7 of 7 last week from 3, and he is 2 of 3 here tonight. 9 of his last 10. Leif, in the last 3 games, shooting 90% from 3.
Schumacher got the bucket over Cam Rutherford. 66-50. Vikings by 16. Jasinski to Anderson. Worked well last time. Leif won't shoot it. Right back to TJ. Going up top to Lovelady. The catch. Can't get the conversion. Rebound to Adams. Back come the Saints. 3 is short by Jennings. But the putback is good for St. Martin's. 66-52 with 5:44 and counting. Vikings trying to turn it over.
Let's take a look here at the Leif Anderson 3, shooting 90%. Corner 3, no problem. He's right now the definition of on fire. Certainly a 3-point sniper.
Trevor out of the corner. Goes over the 20-point mark with that 3. It's 21 on the night. 69-52 Vikings, 5-20 and counting.
Trevor now his most points since December 7th. So nearly 3 months of basketball action. Trevor with his highest point total.
Nice job by Lovelady poking that ball away. Jasinski has it. Head coach Tony Dominguez telling them be patient. So they reset the offense out top with D'Angelo Minnis. And a turnover. Malloy has it for the Saints. Rooney working on TJ. He is fouled. And Logan Rooney will head to the free throw line. Trevor Jasinski, only his first foul on the evening. Logan Rooney, the 6'6 redshirt junior out of Eureka, California.
Rooney, one of the only experienced players on this roster, the redshirt junior. They have a whole lot of freshmen and sophomores. However, just the first season for head coach Aaron Landon. He'll get his chance to do all the recruiting for this upcoming year and get all of his players. One great player that he's gotten is Alex Shoemaker. In this game, he has 17 points. Shoemaker, highly decorated coming in as a freshman in 2019 in high school at Skyview in Vancouver, Canada. Shoemaker was the Washington State Les Schwab All-Star Game MVP and the Washington State Les Schwab Slam Dunk Contest winner. So head coach Landon getting some great talent, and he will look to continue to great talent as these guys grow, mature, and climb that GNAC mountain, attempt to climb that GNAC mountain once again.
71-53 after the green bucket. There is the aforementioned Schumacher, but he throws it away. Anderson has it. 3-on-2 for the Vikings. Minnis backs it out. As we approach 4 minutes to play in Bellingham. Jasinski for 3. Ooh, just rimmed out. Out of bounds. Last touch by Jalen Green.
Vikings holding on to an 18-point lead here with under 4 minutes to play. We're going to head to a media timeout. Vikings 71, Saints 53, 3:56 to play. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back here on Vikings TV.
From court to court and lane to lane, under the lights or under the sun, no one delivers Division II sports like NCAA.com. The center of D2 is inside the NCAA.com hub. with exclusive highlights of every sport and live broadcasts of every Division II championship found nowhere else. Make NCAA.com yours, the home of Division II college sports.
We've been graced with this exceptional puzzle that is the planet.
This summer, the Kilauea volcano started erupting.
What we were interested in was expanding our knowledge of the volcano into this domain that's hard to see.
It was the closest I think I'll ever be to seeing such a raw physical process happen in front of my eyes.
This is what we do at Western. We give undergraduates these hands-on research experiences.
This trip has opened my eyes to how incredible research can be. It changed my life.
Cam Rutherford with a 3. Make that 2 in this second half. 3:56 remaining here in Bellingham, Washington. Sean Wally alongside Ben Bagley and our entire Vikings TV crew. 71-53, Vikings by 18. Offensive foul called on DeMonte Malloy. It'll be Viking basketball.
Nice job by Jalen Green there, sliding into place, setting his feet, taking the charge. Hustle plays like that are what you love to see as a coach. Even if you're up 18 with 4 minutes remaining. Heart of a champion, always trying to win, always not taking the foot off the gas pedal. Nice play there by Jalen Green.
Minnis, look at the behind the back dribbles. The handles on the rocket to Schilder. Anderson off the screen. Jalen Green attacking the rack. What a move, but he cannot finish. It's short. Battle for the basketball. It's still loose. Goes right to D'Angelo Minnis.
Whole lot of Viking starters still in the game here with the big lead late. Let's see if and when head coach Dominguez decides to put in some of the players that get less playing time.
Schilder for 3. 2 flat. Rebound to Rooney. Jennings with it for the Saints. Left-hand dribble. Schumacher for 3. He is fouled, and he will get 3 free throws. Leif Anderson hit with the foul.
Shoemaker going to the line. He shoots just about 70% from the line. Let's look at it. He got to the corner. Leif Anderson got him right on the elbow. Let's look at some more of Alex Shoemaker's stats. Shooting 39% from the floor, 28.5% from 3, averaging 13.5 points, 4.5 rebounds. He also leads the team and is 9th in the GNAC with 30 steals.
RJ Seacrest back in the game for the Vikings. Leif Anderson will take a seat. Schumacher out of Vancouver, Washington. 71-54 after the free throws. Rojas for 3. Short. Right to Jennings. Rooney for 3. It's good. Logan Rooney, 71-57. Vikings in the lead. 2:29 remaining. Head coach Tony Dominguez of Western Washington wants to talk to his squad. Takes a 30-second timeout as you look at Rooney way behind the line.
Knocking that one down. He hit it from what the three-pointer will be next year. That blue line. Three-pointer will move back. Vikings with a 14-point lead. Game not quite over yet. St. Martin's going to have to put on a pretty spirited second-half comeback. And you can see how spirited Coach Landon is right now.
He's heated.
He is heated. He is trying to inspire his guys. He started off the evening with full suit and tie. He has since taken the suit off. Now he has rolled the sleeves up, getting more and more intense, more spirited as the game goes along. You love to see that from a first-year head coach, though. Even though the team has underperformed this season, losing in this game, you still want to fight to the end. It's a good inspiration to young players, show that game is never over. Keep fighting. Heart of a champion, as I mentioned earlier.
Look at Logan Rooney with the steal, the behind-the-back dribble doing good things late in the second half for the Saints.
The Saints trying to mount their own comeback attempt right here.
Jennings misses the three. Schilder the rebound, and he is fouled.
Vikings not quite in the bonus. 5 team fouls on the Saints. Saints are in the bonus. 8 team fouls on the Vikings.
Inside 2 minutes left here in Bellingham, Washington. In this GNAC battle, Vikings with the basketball and a comfortable lead. Seacrest driving baseline, short. Rooney the rebound. Rooney trapped in the corner. Finds Jennings. Jennings racing up the floor to Malloy. Malloy going over Schilder. Lays it up and in. It's 71-59 Vikings.
Minute 30 left here. Vikings likely to take all of the 30-second shot clock here. There will be just about a minute left when the Saints get the ball back. They're down by 12. Maybe 4 threes in a minute with 4 defensive stops for the comeback. Otherwise, Vikings looking like they might have this one all but sealed up.
Final minute here in Bellingham, and traveling called on D'Angelo Minnis.
I suppose there's the first domino falling in the Saints' direction. Turnover by Minnis. This game remains just a 4-possession game with 58 seconds remaining. Adams down low, throwing up a shot, and he banks it in somehow. Now it's just a 10-point game. However, 40 seconds remaining. It doesn't look like St. Martin's going to attempt a foul here. D'Angelo Minnis is going to wind this shot clock all the way down. It looks like Vikings are going to improve to 7-1 in GNAC play here on WECU court.
5 to shoot for the Vikings. Final 15 seconds of the game. Green off the front iron. D'Angelo Minnis has the basketball after Logan Schilder swatted it out to him.
Everybody thought that was a shot clock violation. It wasn't. And with under 5 seconds here, Schumacher's going to try and do something of his own right at the end there. But the Vikings win. Western 71, St. Martin's 61. Vikings improve to 16-9, 11-6 in GNAC play. St. Martin's falls to 5-21, 3-14 in GNAC play. Even more important for the Vikings, however, they stay afloat in the GNAC standings, stay tied for second place, and their postseason hopes are still all alive and well. 10-point victory here tonight in Carver.
We get set for head coach Tony Dominguez to join us very quickly here courtside after the 10-point victory. Coach Dominguez, a very good second half for your club. The 10-point win, only 1 loss here at home this year.
Well, I don't know. I haven't been paying attention to that, but we definitely needed the win. It wasn't our best game, but, you know, we pulled it out for sure.
Did you make adjustments at halftime that helped for that good second half?
We have a good shooting team, and we haven't been shooting the ball the way we feel like we can. We did the other night, Saturday, against Concordia. We shot it okay in the first half, but we had a lot of open looks. We just got to focus. I don't think they took these guys as seriously as we tried to coach them. They have a lot of talent, and I don't think we're as focused as we wanted to be.
Tough challenge coming up back here at home on Saturday against conference leader Seattle Pacific.
Yeah, they're playing really well. We've watched them. We know their team well. They're strong. They're tough. They shoot the ball well. And I think we'll have a little bit better, razor focus Saturday night for sure. But Grant does a good job, and it's a good program.
Coach, go enjoy the victory, and we'll talk to you Saturday night.
All right, appreciate it.
Tony Dominguez heading to the locker room as we await Trevor Jasinski here to join me here courtside. Trevor Jasinski joining me here courtside. Big night for you. Over 20 points. Must have felt good to get that shooting stroke going.
It was great. My teammates were looking for me, and been in the gym a lot these last couple of weeks trying to get right. So just glad that it all came together. So.
Your team's now won 3 out of 4, getting back on track, as you were saying, trying to get right.
Yep.
A big one Saturday, right back here against Seattle Pacific.
Most definitely. SPU is very disciplined, very talented. They're really well-rounded across the whole board. So we know we played them once, and we weren't fully healthy, but we got everybody back now for the most part and ready to make a push.
What was the message at halftime? Because you guys came out on fire those first 5 minutes of the second half.
We although we held them to like 29 points, I think it was at half, we weren't satisfied with that. We felt like we could have held them to even less. So our biggest thing was just come out here, play defense, and move the ball, make the extra pass. So get everybody involved.
Do you even want to think about you only have 2 more home games in your career?
No, man, I don't want to. I'm just enjoying it every single minute I'm out there on the court. I'm enjoying it, and it's been a blessing these last 5 years. So just glad to go out there. Glad we could get the win tonight.
Go enjoy the win, and let's have some fun Saturday night.
Let's do it. Appreciate
Trevor Jasinski, the big man on campus here for Western Washington after the 10-point 71-61 victory. Ben Bagley, your final thoughts.
Vikings pretty good in this one, finally shooting that 3 ball as they would have hoped. At a number of games, they didn't shoot the 3 ball well at all. You see there 40% from 3. Look at those 23 assists, shooting the ball well from everywhere on the court, winning that rebounding battle. More blocks, a couple more turnovers. I'd like to cut down on that, but 23 assists to 8. Great showing by the Vikings tonight. As you mentioned, they have 2 more games here on WECU court. February 22nd, February 25th against Seattle Pacific. Big game, Seattle Pacific leading the GNAC. And then Simon Fraser before finishing the season on the road at MSUB, Montana State University, Billings.
Should be fun to see if the Vikings can come up with a mild upset Saturday night against Seattle Pacific. Hey, they did it last year, the big win over St. Martin's, who was the big fish last year. So we'll see if they can do the same, muster up a great win on Saturday night after a needed and necessary win here tonight.
Yeah, Vikings staying alive in those GNAC standings, moving to 11-6. They're tied right up there with Western Oregon, Northwest Nazarene, Alaska Anchorage, Alaska Fairbanks. Even Central Washington is still in the hunt. It is muddled. It is going to be fun coming right down to it. Thank you for joining us tonight here on GNAC TV. You want to send us home?
It's not quite March, but that is why they call it March Madness, coming up soon. For everybody here at Vikings TV, for Ben Bagley, I'm Sean Wally. We will talk to you Saturday night right back here on Vikings TV.